back, Candle Boys. Today we're talking about the newest episode of the Summer Hikaru Died. I believe this is episode 11. And as usual, this show just keeps me on my toes, man.
It was gas, man. This episode was gas, and they didn't really do that much. Yeah. But we found out so much more information again.
For sure.
So it starts off with Yoshiki talking to his dad. Mind you, he barely talks to this dude, bro. But then again, Yoshiki's dad doesn't really talk to anybody anyway, as it is.
They're like each other, though.
Yeah, but you know how it is. So they're the way that they're talking to each other. Mind you, Yoshiki's in the house facing this way, and the dad's facing this way. Sure. They're having a normal conversation, but they're not facing each other. Nothing.
Yo.
But he's all, listen, Dad, tell me how it goes down, because he's all, why do you want to know that? What's going on? But he wanted to know more about the INDOU family.
Exactly.
And so he basically gave him the backstory of how that goes.
It is, man. And honestly, the INDOU family, that's tragic.
Bro, it's the fact that they have to deal with this for the rest of their lives. And it's the sickest burden ever.
On me. This is a legit generational curse.
All because this dude wanted to ask something stupid, man.
I think what hurts me more about it is that, obviously, you know what I'm saying, homie's wife died. That's a very traumatic event. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He goes up to this god and is like, hey, look, man, if you bring my wife back to life, I will bring up whoever's head, every few years or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'll sacrifice somebody else to you, however much often you need it. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure she comes back. And so he's like, bet. She comes back only as a head.
For a few hours.
And dies.
Such and the scam, bro. A scam.
The consequences, I think they said a third of the village died that same night, bro. People was just unaliving themselves, getting stomped out by horses. People's heads was disappearing. I'm like, oh, nah, man.
And what makes it worse is that they still had to continue this anyway.
Well, it's because after that happened, all the plague and disease that had been plaguing the region disappeared. Mm-hmm. So it did work, kind of, but that's a terrible wish.
Yeah.
That's genies, but worse than what a genie would normally do to you type of wish.
Facts.
That's crazy, man. And so apparently what was crazy with Hikaru's dad was he just didn't really like it like that, because obviously he kind of still believed in his family's traditions. That's why he was kind of trying to get at his mom, or Hikaru's mom. Mm-hmm. And he was like, look, man, I just got to get married ASAP. That's just how the family works. Mm-hmm. I can't explain it to you fully, but that's just how we got to do it.
He's a homie. She denied you 10 times already. Let it go. He said, I have to get her in the family just to protect her. I was like, all right.
Bro, for real.
And now I understand why.
I get it. I definitely get it, man. Because, after that happened, he essentially, I guess because he has a family now, he kind of wanted to end that, crazy tradition, with him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he was end of the day, it's just a gruesome thing that we have to keep dealing with. Mm-hmm. And end of the day, I don't know if he was actually still giving heads, because he didn't really explain that. Mm-hmm. But at some point when he tried to go up there and break the tradition, homie dies the next day. So it's that's not strange to you?
And that's probably why Hikaru went up there looking for his dad.
Bro. And based off what his dad said, it sounds like that's probably low-key when all his problems started happening. Because remember, from the first episode, we find out that Hikaru's dad and his mom be fighting a lot. Mm-hmm. So he was just when that man died, bro, it was everything good about the village disappeared. I'm like, dang, bro, don't you got a wife? And kids?
You don't talk to them, bro.
Oh, I mean, he was just yeah. And Hikaru's because I think he said a compliment to his mom. He was like, yeah, your mom's very strong and something else.
Mm-hmm. And I should talk to her more.
And then Hikaru told him, not Hikaru, Yoshiki was like, yeah, you should tell her that. And he was like,
you're right.
Yeah, at some point, I'm just scared. I was like, all right, man. All right, I see you. But I didn't realize how much of a burden his dad was low-key carrying with him too. If you really think about it, Mm-hmm. That's probably the first time he really talked about his feelings or what happened that day with anybody else. Because I'm assuming Hikaru's dad would be who he would have went to go talk to about it, and that dude died. So he was just
facts. He definitely would have been the first one, but he said process of elimination through my father.
Facts, man. But that's really crazy, because we also end up finding out that not only did that girl die after they tried to bring her back to life and her head came back, they still have her head. It's that little orb that we saw Denji
the one that he touched.
Yeah.
And it brought back his memories a little bit, kind of. Even though he's not Hikaru, but he still gets his memories. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And from there, man, I thought we were gonna go kind of down big rabbit hole to figure out what's going on there. But this show just keeps going. It really feels like the world is just moving at its own pace in a sense. You know what I mean? Because like immediately after that, they're still trying to like do like the studying and stuff, but Hikaru's like kind of like not into it. Like he's like there, but like you could tell his mind is somewhere else while they're talking. And so when they finally like get up to leave from that spot, bro, like he started asking him questions like about like old Hikaru, and you could just kind of tell he's just like really like deep in thought about everything that's going on. But for some reason, bro, as soon as he steps outside, the little line on his neck that had been like bugging him, it like snapped or something.
It like opened up or something.
Yeah, and like the real Hikaru starts popping out of there, and I was just like, is this normal?
Yeah, that part threw me off because now we know that he could lose control at any time.
Now he can, because remember, once he finally like clocks out of it, he realizes that like he wasn't like that before, but because he weakened himself, it's almost like his natural tendencies are harder for him to control, because before he could control himself very well, but he was just less emotionally intelligent, so he was just like, if you do something I don't like, I'll kill you. Now that he cares enough, he can't control himself.
I think it's more worse now is that he could even get that little small piece back and it still might not work.
Yeah,
because just get lost in his little void or whatever.
Exactly. So I was just like, yeah, this is just like a bad situation, bro. So you have a hungry tiger, like it's even if you raised it, like it's still a tiger.
Yeah, it's cooked regardless.
Yeah. Not it, man.
Sounds like he should have never took it out in the first place. And Yoshiki shouldn't have tried to stab him.
I think, yeah.
Now they're in a situation to where they can't defend
themselves. I was about to say,
it's just a lot.
It's a tough situation for sure. I don't know how I'd move. I'd probably just move out the country. Personally.
He's got to go back to the mountain, man.
Something got to give. Because, yeah, he ends up, like, putting himself all over this man, Yoshiki. And Yoshiki's, like, in there again. I think he gets even more mixed by this interaction.
Yeah, he said it felt good, though.
You know my boy Yoshiki, man. He in the closet. Let him live. But Hikaru came back and he was traumatized. He was like, "Oh, I almost killed you for real," because he was like looking at his soul. Like it was like a fire inside of Yoshiki's chest. He was trying to grab. So I was like, I feel like that would have killed him. You know what I'm saying? But we see that somebody low-key saw it happen. So I don't know if they saw the whole thing initially when I first saw that scene. But then we find out kind of who it was that saw it. It was the girl that they gaslit when they went to get ice cream. So I'm like, I know she probably saw that alien shit. Like, y'all told me I was bugging. I knew y'all was weird.
See. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if she fully saw it, but it looked like it from the picture itself. So we'll see. We'll see.
I think considering what it was, if it was like a regular person who saw it, and let's say they didn't see like the full alien stuff, they would have been like, hey man, I didn't know y'all two swung that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought they would have said something if that's what they had saw, or if they saw the alien they would have screamed. She was just quiet. The person, whoever saw it, just was like, let me just go downstairs. So it's a little crazy. And right before that happened, remember Yoshiki was about to go down the stairs and he heard girls' voices, and then he stopped right there because I guess he probably didn't want like anyone to see Hikaru looking the way he was looking at that moment.
Yeah, because I was sitting there like, now you got to get packed up for no reason, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And I think he just sacrificed himself. And he just was like, you know what? Let me just be the one to die instead of me going down there, and he waxes the whole school. It's probably like legit. He probably would have just killed everybody at that point if they all saw him looking like that, you know? I don't know. They're close, but they're not that close. You feel me? But yeah, after that, we see this man Hikaru ends up going over to their favorite, what's it called? Single mom's house. The one with the magical powers a little bit, that she can like really see all the weird stuff. And so he just kind of like laments to her about like what mixing happened, with Yoshi. He didn't really tell her the full details.
I mean, she kind of understood the assignment.
No, I don't think she did. He was just like, do I belong here? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was asking her vague questions.
I mean, he did ask her straight up what happens if things get mixed.
He did ask that.
I feel like she knows. She knows.
I think if he had said, though, I just attacked Yoshiki, because remember, when he was like down bad right there, she was looking at him like, I could kill him right now if I wanted to. Which I didn't know she had it like that. She was like, I could rip him out right now. And I was like, oh, okay, my fault, man. I didn't know you was like Master Roshi.
The fact that she didn't do it because she realized that Hikaru still had a family on the real side for one, and two, she like thought about it from her kid's perspective too.
If you think about it, based off what's implied in her backstory, she probably killed her husband the second time.
Yeah, well, obviously you saw what happened.
Yeah. So like, I get where she's coming from. She's like, I'm not going to do that to someone else's family.
Exactly.
Because he does have family technically still, so that makes a lot of sense, man. But yeah, that was pretty traumatizing. That was traumatizing for sure. I could see where he was like, should I go back to mine? She was like,
I mean, yeah,
exactly.
But that's not the heart of the problem.
Facts.
I'm like, I looked at you, we were watching, I was like, why is she lying?
Oh, me.
Just tell him. But then she didn't want him to pop off, so it made sense.
No, that's fair, man. She's sitting there looking at a nuke in her living room like, yeah, I ain't dealing with this right now.
Like, let me just tell him the right thing right now.
What he wants to hear, for sure, man. But yeah, aside from that, this man, Yoshiki, definitely been doing some digging. He ends up seeing like an ancient picture of what essentially Hikaru looks like from like 1591. Yeah. So that's kind of like where the episode a little bit like kind of ends, where we're gonna see like exactly what he's figuring out based off of that. But honestly, as usual, this show's just, they keep the mystery up so well, man. Like the tension is always high. I really like, even when I know what's gonna happen, I'm still scared. You know what I'm saying? But it's tough. I can't wait to see how they kind of like end this part of the arc. I don't know if this is gonna get like 24 or if it's only gonna get 12. But if it only gets 12, bro, I need a second season. This is tough.
It'll probably get a second season.
Yeah. What would you rate this episode, though?
I'm going to give it a 10. I just like the way it's moving right now, honestly.
Yeah. This show was just well written, bro. Well written, well paced. I can't hate on it. Y'all let us know what y'all thought of this episode down below. Aside from that, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch y'all. Peace.